Okay, second round match and women's semifinal. We got Morgan, who defeated Jess in the first round, and Kaitlyn, who ended up with a bye in the first round because her opponent had to drop out. So both of these ladies have competed quite a few times before, probably somewhere between, 10 to 20 times each, I would guess, maybe less. But anyways, I'm trying to say they both know the value of scoring first. So I feel like it's a little bit more of a cautious approach than we've seen in some of the other matches. They both know how important it is to score first and how important it is to be on top. So we're probably going to look to see a takedown from Kaitlyn, or Morgan's going to have to get creative with a way to try to get Kaitlyn to her back. Maybe with like a collar drag or like some sort of a 2-on-1 attempt, but you see Kaitlyn attempt like a leg trip there. She's doing the smart thing and being patient with the grip fight. Both of them trying to keep their hips back. Don't want to expose themselves too much. These were 6-minute matches, so still a lot of time to go. Kaitlyn went for a hip toss, but Morgan was able to step around there and avoid it. Now she doesn't want to get in too close because Kaitlyn's longer, so she would be able to step and hit a trip. She's got to look to step back. And normally, if I was a smaller person in this situation, I would look to pull guard, but there can be some benefits to wearing someone out with grip fighting or hand fighting, So Kaitlyn's got good grips here again. She's always on the collar and the sleeve, which offers good control over your opponent anytime you have good collar grips. So now she blocks that knee. It's a nice trip to get the 2 for the takedown. Right into side control. Good position, but she tried to step over. She was a little overzealous there, trying to step over and allowed Morgan to re-guard. She's just basically in a quarter guard with the foot, but she needs to trap the knee. So let's look again how Kaitlyn set that takedown up. She blocked the knee with the right foot, and then she pushed Morgan's shoulders over to get the takedown. But she really missed an opportunity where she really could have drained a lot of Morgan's energy because this was still fairly early on in the match. She should have just kept the pants grip and just kept side control and just took that opportunity to really drain her energy bar. But it's okay. Morgan was able to use that opportunity to catch the foot. So Kaitlyn would still be up 2-0. And she's still in a good position on top to use her weight to try to flatten Morgan out, but Morgan's not accepting that, and she's trying to stay on her right side and turn in, which is a good thing in this situation. You want to try to deflect as much of the person's weight on top of you off of you as much as you can. So the whole game here now is Morgan's trying to create space and get to a guard that she can use effectively to sweep, and Kaitlyn's trying to take away space to complete the guard pass. And Kaitlyn's in a good position now. She's up 2-0. She doesn't need to rush. She can slow things down, wear her opponent out. Things are looking well for her at this point. And Morgan's responding pretty well so far. She's not letting herself get passed. And I think in being a good competitor, you have to be able to deal with these moments when you're not comfortable, you're getting crushed, you're almost passed. But sometimes you just got to kind of tough it out and just try to hold on and survive. These are kind of make or break moments. If you want to be a good competitor, you just have to deal with this stuff. And now you see Morgan trying to push the knee back in. That's the main issue here. She has the foot trapped with a quarter guard. She has to trap the knee and then go from her right to her left. Kaitlyn could maybe bring the right leg over in front of Morgan's face and try to go for a modified kind of knee slide. But she doesn't have to. Again, she could kind of just hold steady here. Kaitlyn almost snuck out that foot to go to mount, but Morgan brought the left knee up the middle, and she's trying to get the right foot on the hip. And now she's established a single leg X guard. This is good for Morgan. When you get the single leg X, you have immediate threat to off balance your opponent. But you see Kaitlyn starting to grab at the pants there. She knows what's up. She steps over the knee, and she's looking to crush the knee down so she can get to a mount. But Morgan kind of deflects her weight off of her, and she uses that to get up. So now we got a match on our hands, 2-2. The score's tied. A sweep and a takedown apiece. And now Kaitlyn goes triangle to omoplata. Very slick little transition there, but Morgan rolled out and came right up into side control. So that was pretty nifty. Let's look at that one again. So it all started from the single leg X. After Kaitlyn tried to pass the knee, Morgan was able to slip her head out here, and then it was enough to get Kaitlyn's butt to the floor. So she comes up, gets her 2 points. But Kaitlyn did the smart thing. She did not wait to attack. Don't wait for your opponent to make their move. She immediately looked to attack, basically just like a triangle setup. Once Morgan's head started to rise up here, she threw up the triangle and used that to immediately go into the omoplata. And Morgan did the smart thing by immediately rolling here. So a nice attack and counter. And she came up right into the guard pass. So I believe a guard pass, 3 points would be the correct points for that, since the attack originated from Kaitlyn's guard. If Kaitlyn would have had Morgan really locked up in that omoplata for 3 seconds, then the position would have changed and that would have just been considered an escape. But I think the correct score at this point would be 5-2 in favor of Morgan. And if you watch Morgan's match against Jess, she spent a lot of time in side control and north-south. She was quite comfortable there. So let's see what she looks to set up against Kaitlyn here. Kaitlyn's looking to peel that grip off her pants here, maybe looking to turn to her side here. Now she goes to her knees. Morgan's got a potential front headlock situation, but Kaitlyn gets up, puts Morgan down, and now she's back on top. Now she played that really smart. She knew bottom position was not the spot to be, so she immediately looked to get on top. And now she switches to side control, gets the grip on the collar, and has that tight bread cutter style choke. And I think there was one last missed opportunity by Morgan. When Kaitlyn went to her knees, Morgan should have went all front headlock. And if you've been to any of my recent classes, I've been doing front headlock, knee block, go behind. If she would have put her left knee behind Kaitlyn's tricep and switched to turtle, she could have stayed on the attack. But if your opponent has their head higher than your head in this situation, you're just never going to win that battle, and you're going to end up on bottom position. Very action-packed match. One of my favorites so far. And moving on to the women's final. Facing the winner of Mariana and Nina Lee is Kaitlyn. Congratulations.